Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Press Box. And yes, my voice is still bad. It's been a month, Theresa, a month like this.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm here to be in radio and have a voice like that.
I know. You should see me trying to broadcast wrestling last weekend. That was nice.
Well, that's a busy week coming up, right?
Yeah, districts. And I'm here with my co-host, Kenny Varner. How you doing, Kenny?
I'm doing great, Brian. How are you doing?
Except for the voice, I'm doing great.
Good.
All right. We got a great show tonight. We got Mifflin County Girls Lacrosse coach Theresa Lamont and Junior Attack. That's what I'd like to play. The Attack. Sounds like you just go bash somebody with your stick.
Well, kind of. Sometimes you get hit with a stick.
It's Mara Gallo. Yes. Thank you both for coming on.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, it's special tonight because Mara got invited to an under-18 high school tournament, correct?
Yes.
In Barcelona, Spain. I mean, you lucky dog. You're going to be summer in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how did this come about? And what were your thoughts when you found out you were on the team?
So it was over Christmas break, and I was like, one day I was just doing my homework, and Coach Lamont texted me and was like, hey, like, when you get a chance, like, just check your school email and, like, then get back to me or something. So I, like, opened my school email, and I, like, was looking at it, and I was reading it, and I thought, like, they were in Barcelona and they were coming to the United States. But then I reread it, and I, like, freaked out because then I was going to Spain.
Are they going to give you a chance, obviously, I hope, to have some time to look around?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Have you been, like, taken into, like, Barcelona? What's there? Where you can go see?
So right now we actually have, like a little tour guide thing that we, like, follow. So, like, one day we do, like, a little bike tour around I think Valencia it is. And then we go to the beach and we get to, like, do a bunch of, like, different activities around Spain instead of just always playing lacrosse.
Nice.
That's cool. And for fat guys like Kenny and I bet you the food's going to be great.
Oh, we hope. We hope.
Now, their cuisine's pretty famous over there in Barcelona. So how did they make these selections? Do you know?
Lamont?
Yeah. So.
All right, Theresa.
Yeah. So Katie Russo, she coaches at Goucher, which is in Baltimore, and she's the person that's handling the selection mostly on the East Coast. She's our contact person, and you submit. I, as a coach, make a recommendation, and one of the things that they're really looking at is not just highly skilled players, but players that have high academic achievement. And of course, Mara is one of those. She's a distinguished honor roll student, and they're looking for people that are involved in a lot of activities, or not just geared towards athletics. They're looking for well-rounded people, and the experience also includes some service projects. I think it's one service project.
Yeah.
But it's a nomination process, and some of it is statistics, like stats. And Mara, she's only in her second year. She's as a junior, she'll be entering her third, and she played behind a player that had only 3 years to get 100 goals, and Mara's actually on track for 100 goals by the time she graduates. Now, Mara will have an extra year because she didn't have COVID. So stats do come into play, but it really comes from, I think, the strength of the recommendation from the coach, and the playing experience, the leadership of the player, a player's accountability. There are collegiate coaches that are on this tour, So it
Nice.
is a bit of an opportunity to get some recognition, get some coaching, and to play with some really highly skilled athletes. So, Mara's making this trip at a great time in her high school career, so she'll be able to bring back some things and share them with our team for her next season, her senior year. So that's a benefit as well. So I don't know if I answered your question, but
Yeah, you did.
it's a recommendation process. It's a clearinghouse type thing. But they only take 24 from the entire United States.
Wow.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
we feel really fortunate that that Mara, it was considered and that she's able to go. I'm sure that there are kids out there that are recommended and probably can meet the recommendations and what they need to do to get through the clearinghouse, but maybe they're not able to go. And fortunately for Mara, she's able to go. I actually told her mom, I made the recommendation back in November, and but before I did it, I did touch base with her mom because I want her to be able to go.
Right.
It's not that I wouldn't have recommended her if she couldn't go, because it's still an accolade, but I wouldn't want to set her up for being excited and not being able to fulfill that.
Yeah.
So she's going to be doing some fundraising, right? It's
Yeah.
going to be about, you have to pay for your own flight. So altogether, I think it's about $5,000 maybe. It'll be about $5,000 out of pocket for her. So
How was your parents when they found out you were going?
I think they were really excited for me because I called my mom and I was like, I'm going to Spain, and she's like, yeah. I was like, I was freaking out.
So what are your plans for fundraising?
I just had a ham sandwich sale not that long ago, and I think we're gonna do like a spaghetti dinner here, something like that.
You should hit Kenny and I up with the ham sandwiches.
I was just gonna say, you didn't ask me to buy a sandwich.
We'd have probably bought you out.
She'd be close to 5,000 now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, is your church spaghetti dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can come to that.
Yeah.
What church is it?
St. John's Lutheran.
Okay. We want to let people know.
In Lewistown, right?
Yep.
All right.
Do you have a date for that, Mara?
Not yet. Mom is currently figuring that out.
Okay, well, let us know. Kenny and I will put it on our Facebooks and stuff.
Yeah.
To promote it.
Yep.
So she mentioned your distinguished honor roll. What's your grade point average? Do you know?
It's a 3.8 to 3.9.
Is that all? Come on.
Well, see, the way that the school does it, it's like out of like a grade that's like 100, 96, like that. So
I was kidding.
She is involved in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She's not overextended, and she's really good at managing her time. And can you tell them a little bit about some of the things that you're involved in?
I'm in National Honor Society. I manage football in the fall, and I am in Minithon and Key Club and Positive Vibes and Medical Careers Club.
Wow. I think you could do a little more. Come on now. Apply yourself. Kenny and I are basically into sitting around and like getting fast food. That's our thing. That's our thing while we're covering sports.
Yeah. But I've also seen you on the sidelines at other sports doing video.
I'm also in MCTV.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Nice.
How do you like that?
I love it.
Is Roger treating you okay?
Yeah.
All right. That's good, because I'd have said something if he wasn't.
Well, Mara was recognized between quarter 1 and quarter 2 the other night at the boys basketball game. And Mr. Hurto, introduced you and announced, your achievements and that type of thing. So she's kind of getting very, very popular
Yeah, how do you like that being famous now in your school?
It's a lot.
Well, you're going to have a fundraiser, charge for autographs.
I
There you
know.
go.
Just set up a booth in the school. I'll talk to Tish, set up a booth, $5 or $10 for a signed picture.
There you go.
You can do that.
Good.
We'll sell them on here on the,
Okay.
on the press box. But how does it feel, honestly, though? All joking aside, with all this happening, that you're actually representing your country.
Nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking. That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
And what are you most looking forward to about competing there in Barcelona?
I think I'm just looking forward to like meeting everyone else that's gonna be around, because it's like kind of like almost like the best of the best. So like I just get to experience stuff that they do from what school they're from, and then I can take it back and I can obviously benefit from it. So I'm just excited to meet everyone.
Yeah, this is an obvious question, but do you think going over there and getting that experience is going to make you a better overall player and high school player?
Yeah.
So for us ignoramuses, there's a lot out there.
Mm-hmm.
What does an attack do?
So there's 3 positions on the field. There's defense, midfield, and attack. And attack is the offensive side of the thing, like all of the field. And basically there's 4 attack players. You have 2 low that like are like kind of by the goal, and then there's 2 high, and I'm in a high attack. So I'd say I probably run like 70 yards of the field ish. And basically my job is to just get the ball and score.
Cool. You do those like fancy bounce passes on the ground and they go in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Because I told Theresa.
She's got a fancy shot she's been working on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
We're headed down to Spooky Nook on Saturday, and I told her, I said, I want that shot. We want to pace on that one. You can see like the little bubble going above her head when she's trying to think herself through it. But tell me a little bit about what your shot is.
Yeah, what's the shot?
So basically I come around the goal and my back is actually to the goal and like the goalie, and I have a defender on my back, and I flip my stick over, and so that way the pocket that has the ball in it is facing the goal, and then I flick it backwards.
Wow. That'd be nice to see.
That's hard for a goalie to defend that because it's so low.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Kenny, I'm sorry, I'm hogging everything. You got a question?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, no problem. You're not hogging it. Do you how do you feel being a role model to some of the future girls coming up to play lacrosse? That's with this honor, you gotta, a lot of people are going to be looking up at you and, following what you do.
I'm very excited about it, but I'm also I'm very hopeful that it's going to bring more girls into lacrosse, and they're going to want to be like me. So I'm hoping it just brings everyone together.
Awesome.
So, Theresa, you already said a little bit about it, but what qualities do you think sets Mara apart, making her the candidate for the national team like she became?
I think something that is important. A lot of athletes say that they have it, but they don't demonstrate it, and that's an internal drive. She's a student of the game. She's not afraid to try something new and practice it. I think she has a lacrosse IQ, and she's not afraid to share what she knows and what she sees. And we have a lot of kids that play the game, but they can't break the game down. And she's very capable of doing that while she's in the moment. So she'll come over at halftime and she'll say, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing that. I think if we do this, that will happen. And that's a quality that, one, not everybody feels confident in speaking that, but not everybody can break down things the way she's doing that. Um, her mom is one of my assistant coaches,
Oh,
and her name is Hillary Worley, and she was on the state championship basketball
oh
team,
my
the
God.
Lewisburg
Wow.
Swiss
Oh
Hounds.
my God. Oh my God. We're
Yeah,
so old.
Yeah,
I
we are.
covered your mother in high school. As soon as you said her name.
Mhm.
yeah. So she, I think she's driven by her parent, and I was just thinking about this the other day. Sometimes you'll hear things like, "Well, of course, this person plays. The parent is the coach." Well, that
Yeah,
that kid
Theresa.
that kid is coached by that parent 24/7. That is not necessarily a good place to want to be. But I think one of the characteristics of a phenomenal player is phenomenal support, and she has that from her family, and not just her mom, but also Graham and Pap, Hillary's mom and dad. They're very much a part of the sports scene from when Hillary played, and they're not afraid to tell Mara right where to get moving,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that it takes a very mature player to hear the challenge, try to apply it. And I think it's very appropriate at her age to kind of sometimes get butthurt over it. But because she's a reflective player, she comes back and she makes the changes. Because a couple of times I had to tell her that I had a stick and I'll use it to stop talking. But she brings a lot. She's not afraid to say stuff. If she's wrong, we figure it out. If we don't quite see eye to eye, we try to figure it out. And she's just got this maturity about her. And again, that's something from home. It's a drive that's created within the family. And if you're going to do something, you're going to do it right, and you're going to work for it. And there are days that I've often thought of reaching out to her mom where I know it happened. I think it happened. It
I think it
was
happened
raining or
once.
something. It was raining or something. And I think, did your mom have you walking up and down the driveway cradling?
I think.
Yeah. And other kids aren't going to get that push. And
No.
cradling is a way of keeping the ball in the stick. And it's a basic skill, but it can look pretty fancy schmancy. She's got some fancy schmancy ways of cradling, but it's really a supportive family, I think, that is the underlying component of her success, because her family pushes her a bit. And I'm not afraid to challenge her. I told her there are two things that I think that you should work on and improve, and she does it. She doesn't. I think she's somebody that wants to call other players and say, "Hey, I'm going to the field today. Do you want to go?" And not everybody does that, So
No, and you see it a lot with kids whose parents were athletes.
yes,
And even in our area, the Gingriches, the Hidleys.
yes,
And they got
yeah,
to work hard. They work hard.
yes,
I mean, Hayden and Trent, personally, I know them really well. Nobody realizes how hard they worked
no,
to get to where they were.
yep,
But I still, as soon as you said Hillary Worley, my brain started spinning. It's like, oh my God, I'm that old.
yep, yep. And
Wow.
basketball and lacrosse are very closely related.
Yeah.
Tell me, in what way do you think?
Well, the gentleman that invented the game of basketball, James Naismith,
Yeah.
he played lacrosse, and a lot of our games, we take bits and pieces from things and create new games. And his game, was created at the YMCA with a peach basket,
Yeah.
but when you look at basketball court, the key and the 3-point arc in lacrosse, in women's lacrosse, girls lacrosse, we have the 8 meter and the fan. And those are areas, the 8 meter, people are always trying to get into because they have a really good chance of scoring if they can get in the 8. Just like the key. If you can get in the key, you have a pretty good chance of scoring. the fan and the 3-point arc, those are like perimeter areas. Like we try to keep people outside of the 3-point arc in basketball, and the fan is very similar. Our motion plays they're really basketball things. They're offensive plays from basketball. It really is that simple. It's just that you have 2 extra players to help you accomplish the goal on a much bigger field. You have a press, you have a half court or half field, full field. You face guard, you play zone, you play man, you have defensive sliding. It's really very similar to the women's game.
I thought it was. I watch it. I told you that college hockey. I mean lacrosse quite a bit, and especially the NCAA championships. And are you guys allowed to bash each other with the sticks like they do in college? Because they're hitting each other on the hands, and I'm like, this is almost like hockey too. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to, but most of the times after games, I'll come home and I'll have bruises all over my arms and all over my back and like just everywhere all over me.
Yeah.
It's
actually a major foul to use a stick against the body. Collegiately, they can have a stick to body, but at the high school level, no. In men's lacrosse and boys lacrosse, you see a lot of batting about the body with the stick, but not at the head. But that's not permitted in girls lacrosse because we don't wear that kind of protective gear. We only wear goggles and mouth guards.
Mara, how did you get involved in lacrosse? What made that sport, that's like, okay, I want to do this?
It was, I think, my 6th grade year or 7th grade year. There was like an open field that was held at like the junior high field hockey field. And so I had nothing better to do. So I went down and I tried it. And I must have been semi-decent because Lamont talked to my mom after and was like, we need her. And she
Yeah. And I didn't know who your mom was at the time, Mara. It was 2 years later, I think, before I knew.
Theresa, what did you see in her in that little tryout that you thought, I got to have her?
Well, it was an open field, Mara, and I think it was behind LIS.
It was one of the two. I don't really know.
Yeah, and it was a 6-week program. It was after school. And she just wasn't afraid to do anything. And she scored, which is not really anything, but just had a lot of fire and she was quiet. But she would look at you. And I think that's another great quality of Mara, that when you speak with Mara, she will look at you right in the eyes. She doesn't divert her attention. She nods that she's understanding, and she did a lot of that. But I think it was she just seemed to have a lot of instant success, and she did not play a sport. And maybe you'll tell them a little bit about what you did and why you didn't do what your mom did.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell us.
So I actually used to do all-star cheer. I did all-star cheer from the time I was 4 until I was like 13. And I did not have any like interest in basketball. I didn't want that pressure put on me. I did not want all that to deal with. So I tried out for lacrosse and I just clicked.
Nice. Was your mom okay with that, or did she want you to play basketball?
I'd say she was okay that I didn't want to play basketball. I feel like she knew, and she was happy that it was lacrosse because it's similar to basketball. So
awesome. Give me a little bit of what your training's like.
So right now in the off season we have like open gyms, and that's for returning players and new players to come out. And it's usually like twice a week, I'd say, at least twice a week, maybe once. And then we start our preseason in 2 weeks, I'd say. Yeah. And that's when we start practicing every day for 2 hours. And on my spare time, I go and I shoot around and I ask my teammates to come. I go and I play wall ball. So that's just me and my stick and a ball on the wall. And I just am throwing it, and I'm just like, it's just repetition over and over again. So it just builds up memory.
Watching film is important.
I do. I watch a lot of film. I'd sit in study hall and I'd be watching film before our games.
Wow, cool. I know you're young. You got another year yet, but would you like to do this in college?
I do intend to continue playing college lacrosse, and I've been looking at colleges, so I'm hoping it all works out.
Yep. Mara's been really fortunate. She played with a group of girls that just graduated.
Yeah, and I think most of them have continued their academic and athletic careers at colleges. We have Michaela Bodley's at Juniata playing lacrosse, and Sadie Fikes at Wilson playing lacrosse. Ella Kammer's at Elizabethtown also playing lacrosse.
Just probably put her there.
And Brenna Dobson is playing college lacrosse at Mount Aloysius. And then for field hockey, we have Haley Sheets and Monica Druckenmiller. So,
wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's pretty impressive for a new program and for kids to be excited and to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
But we have lots of openings. I mean, we have 8 kids who graduated. So if you want to play and taught everybody, and if you're interested, there's room to grow. And I was really fortunate that she was surrounded by high quality people that were devoted athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And Mara's had great leadership experiences with them. And I think that's what's going to help you when you go to Barcelona, and also help you with your team this year and next year. You've really been fortunate to have that leadership.
Go ahead, Kenny.
I was just going to say, what advice would you give to someone just starting out in lacrosse?
I think I'd tell them, like, honestly, it's going to be frustrating and it's going to be hard, and you might get frustrated that, like, you're not picking up on skills that, say, I'd be picking up on as quick, but just stick with it, because it's going to come together in the end, and you can't lose hope of that if it's not working out on your first day.
Mm-hmm. That's great advice.
What do you think your favorite or your strengths are on the field?
Honestly, I think I work very well with, like, the rest of my team, and so I feel like that's a big strength, and I can communicate if I'm on attack and I can see something that's happening on defense. I will communicate that with them if they can't see it. So they could be in the middle of a play and I'd be, like, yelling at them, like, what I see is happening. So I feel like that's a big strength.
I had to mute my mic. My dog started going crazy. Barking and barking. Theresa, you mentioned it about the program. It hasn't been that long, and it's already becoming super successful.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is that the girls, want to come out and they're getting so good, and why they like lacrosse so much?
I don't know. Maybe more.
You could go, hey, if you want, you could say it's because of me.
No,
I'm just a great coach.
I mean, I think one of the strengths of our program is that, from a coaching perspective, I really believe in the value of shared leadership among our coaches. We think alike when we need to, and we think differently when we have to. And I think, I've been able to get people to work for free for 4 years. And I think that's a strength among the people that we have working with us, is that they keep coming back because they believe in the program. Last year we had a full JV team and a full varsity team, and one of our really big struggles was that we couldn't get JV games.
Yeah.
We'd go to other schools and they'd say, "Oh, well, we don't have a JV team. We don't have a JV team." And I think that was very frustrating to a lot of kids that were new to the sport. And I think that, they may not want to play this year because of that. And I don't really blame them. They would come to practice every day, and we'd report for a game, and teams would say, well, we don't have enough for a JV team, or, well, can we play small-sided? What do you mean small-sided? Well, can we play 8v8? You want to play 8v8 on a football-sized field? Well, yeah, no. No.
That's a lot of running.
Yeah, that's just, it's not something that I was familiar with, and I don't necessarily advocate that. And that actually only happened once. But talking with a lot of the mid-pen coaches, because we'll have 18 games this year. Last year we were 12-2 preseason and 0-2 postseason. But in talking with the mid-pen coaches, they're not fielding JV teams. Dallastown was here last year, and they warned me. They said, get ready. You're going to go there with your JV team, and they're not going to have a team. They'll string you along, and then you'll show up and they won't have it. And then they'll want to play 8v8. He said, just get ready. And they had a full JV team last year. They're not going to have a JV team this year. They're not carrying that many kids because it kills your program when you're bringing. Yeah, I have 30 kids. We had 34 people traveling with us last year, and you can't get them JV games. And it's really hard to stay motivated and build a program from scratch when I had the kids, but we couldn't get the games. And we didn't have anybody quit at that point, but they are not coming back out, I don't think. And, that's on them. That's fine. There is room, but I can understand being frustrated.
Yeah,
that they didn't
absolutely.
get playing time. Yeah. But it is a striking thing to know that. I also found out, I think it was one of the ADs told me here, I could be mistaken, but they're running across basketball teams that don't have JV teams.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Is it a culture? Is it, people say kids are different? I think families are different.
A lot of distractions.
I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of distractions from when we were kids.
Yeah. So, I think that is a concern from a new program that we never had trouble getting kids to come out. But it really does seem to be a problem in the mid-pen. I just heard today that, again, I knew Dallastown wasn't going to have a JV program, which they're a hotbed of lacrosse down there.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's an interest level or that it's killing their program that they can't get full-sided games down there. I don't know. Selinsgrove, I understand they're not even going to try to field a JV team. And
wow.
I'm like, I found that out today, and it's like, how do we maintain interest when kids come to practice and we can't get them a game? Yeah. So, for us, we have those 8 open spots, from the seniors that left, and there's a lot of opportunity. If the kids are willing to do the work, there's a lot of opportunity. And so, we're probably looking at following suit with the mid-pen and just carrying a little bit larger varsity program. Mm-hmm. So instead of, maybe carrying 17 kids on a varsity team, maybe we carry 20. And the kids that would normally play JV, they'll probably get more reps, and they'll probably come along a lot quicker because they'll be surrounded by varsity players. It's really it's kind of been a little bit of a thorn in my side because we've worked so hard to build the program, and everything around us is falling apart outside of our district. So we're going to have to adapt, and we're going to take our lumps this year. We're playing some, teams that have had a long history. I think we're always going to be the new kids on the block. I think the youngest team next to us is Midwest, I believe, and I think they've been playing for 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it'll be 15.
Wow.
So we really just don't know what to expect. So we're going to come in, we're going to work hard and play the game that we know, and every game, every practice, we just try to get better.
Yep.
Identify strengths and weaknesses, and our mantra has always been that individual success is an exponential jackpot for a team, and we just have to get people to buy into that. Mara is a great example of somebody that's had individual success, and it translates. I know that she's made an impact. I think Sage Miller, Mooch, I think that you've been a great role model for her. And she works hard. We have a phenomenal goalie that works really hard, and we see it every day that we are together with her. We see it, her footwork, her speed, her agility. And when kids like Mara and Zoe and Mooch are going out to their backyards and they're working, it makes a difference. And this off-season play that we've had kids join us down at Spooky Nook, all of those kids that have made the effort, to join us, like, Hannah Sharp and Gracelyn Beckenbaugh and Tater and Izzy and Addie Knapp and help me out here, Lolo. And, we have a core group of kids that have been, trying to do what they can when they can. So we're forward focused. That's what we're going to try to do. And, I don't ever say rebuilding. I don't think you ever, I don't like the word rebuild. Just like I don't like to say good luck. I think it's really all about a plan and trying to execute that. And we have a lot to do, and we're going to keep on keeping on.
Yep.
Mara, do you like that responsibility of being a role model?
Yeah, I'd say I like having people, because not only am I like a role model to them, but they're kind of like a role model to me, because they're pushing me to like want to be better, and they're like pushing me to like wanting to like help them get better. So I feel like it's just an all around good thing.
Yeah, I know how good players are. You're never satisfied. What are you working on? What do you feel you need to get better at?
I feel like I just need to get better, just like all around. Like I know, like sometimes I'm not the greatest at defense. It's not my favorite, and Lamont loves defense, but I'm not the defensive type. So I feel like
that's why you're attack.
Yeah.
But you have to be good, because the defenders are on. You're playing opposite of the defenders, so you've got to learn to give it right back.
Yep. And if we like missed a shot, or like we drop the ball and they get the ball, like we have to hurry up and we have to turn around. We have to play defense on them before they get back down to our like defenders and goal.
Gotcha. Kenny, got anything, buddy?
Oh, just I know you guys look forward and everything, but just for a second, just take a look back at last season and how successful it was. How did it feel at the end of the season? I know you guys you battled hard in the two playoff games, but just having a season that you did it's got to be kind of exciting for you.
Yeah, I'd say like we might have came up short, but it was fun. Like I got to play with my best friends. I got to create special bonds. And I think one game, Allie Hassinger, she played actually defense, and she got the ball and she scored. And she was not the type that was going to shoot. So I feel like that's just something that we look forward to, is getting everyone on the team excited because they get a chance to do something else.
Nice.
Unexpected surprises.
Theresa's probably going to say, I don't look back. I only look forward.
Well, I live about 45 minutes away from Lewistown, so I think I'm a very reflective person. I give myself some time and space. I get to the top of the mountain, and that's enough. I do look back, but it's only so that we can move forward. I nitpick a little bit, and but I don't nitpick with everybody. There's only
Yeah.
people that respond to the nitpicking, meaning that they are excited for nitpicking, or the other end of the spectrum, when I know that I really get under their skin. I love that.
Yeah.
To nitpick,
Me
because
too.
that's where you see the fighter come out. And then you get to see the excitement on their face. Because I had said to Mara, I'd like you to try to work this one shot. I really want you to try to work it. And she's pulled it off a couple of times at Spooky Nook. And so now we're working on increasing the speed at which she does that. The inside game and the outside game, they're so different. One is fast, but the outside game, there are more people there to cause her a problem.
Yeah.
So it's a great place inside to try some of those new things. But no, I do look forward. I have a really hard time turning off the lacrosse brain. I have lists everywhere.
Mara's eyes went, you bet.
Her mom is a list person as well. And, it's nothing for me to message her mom and say, hey, do you got a minute? I want to run something by you. And the next thing you know, we've got the same kind of thoughts going on.
Yeah.
And so I really, I'm fortunate. I have a phenomenal goalie coach. Just absolutely phenomenal. And the guy knows his stuff. And we encounter other teams. And I know our kids, they'll look at a goalie and they're like going, they don't have a goalie coach.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's noticeable, so we have a great goalie coach. And we have, two other assistant coaches. Mara's mom is the one, the offensive coordinator. And then Tanja, Tanja Fike. I don't know if you know Tanja or not. Her daughter Sadie played for us.
Yeah.
But, Tanja's got a great softball and basketball mind. And she keeps us all grounded. She goes, I'm just going to call BS on that. She's that kind of a person for us. I think we all forward focused. We were all athletes in high school. We're all internally driven. And I think today we cannot coach the way we were coached. We'd probably lose our jobs if we were coached the way we coach. And I'll tell you, that is a challenge. I know, Coach Worley is the same. We just look at each other and should we push? How much should we push? And Johnson and Fike are over there going, you got to push them. You got to push them. It's hard navigating the coaching world today.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
It's very hard to find what makes each kid tick. How much is too much? How do you get them to accept responsibility and then also accept praise when they've done something great? And I don't praise unnecessarily. I don't think I do. Interestingly enough, somebody told me they thought I was too nice. Actually, a couple of the coaches told me that. But I really believe that we have to set very high standards and also give them the pathway to meet that standard, and be able to break down when they're struggling. And it's just hard to read all kinds of kids when they're not like yourself. It's a challenge. And I think our coaches accept that it's a personal challenge for us as coaches. Is, okay, what makes that kid tick? Okay, well, I'm not the person, I'm not reaching that kid. So stick Worley on it, because Worley can say things I can't.
Yeah.
Personality, she can say it, she can get away with it. I can't. But
yeah, my high school wrestling coach did not tailor to us. It was his way or no way. I've even said that it's changed so much. He would probably be in jail today.
Well, yeah.
He'd
But
smack us in the
I
back of
never,
the head. Everything. He'd
I
kick
never
us.
minded being coached like that. I was driven by that.
Mhm.
High expectations of myself. I have high expectations of other people. And sometimes that's a bit of a fault because they don't have the pendulum going in my direction. And I get frustrated by that. But I loved being coached by sticklers for detail. I don't remember getting a lot of praise, and I don't remember bringing home a lot of trophies. And I loved sports. I didn't need trophies. I didn't need praise. I loved
Right.
the hard nose coaching style, and I'm not sure that everybody does that anymore. I don't think they respond well to that. What do you think, Mara?
Um,
Good being the coach's kid?
I honestly, I don't recommend it. It's a lot. Most people are like, oh, like you play because your mom's a coach, or like you have it so easy because your mom's a coach. Like you don't have to do anything. No. I think if my mom yells at anyone the most, it's me. It's me. Like she's gonna let me have it, and sometimes I need to hear it for as much as I don't want to hear it. But I think that pushes me to want to succeed more, just so that I can say that I did it.
Yeah. And your mom was a collegiate basketball player too.
Mhm.
So she knows what kind of opportunities are there for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing
Sometimes
she
I've had to
has.
tell your mom to not be so hard on you. I don't know if you know that or not, but I pulled your mom aside a couple of times and I go, enough's enough, coach. Not trying to tell you how to parent, but I will tell you enough's enough.
Some of the bad part about it is my dad coached me too, and it doesn't stop while you're on the field. It can sometimes go home, and someone will bring up what you did wrong, and you're like, okay, I'm in a different mode now. Kind of give me some space, but I can understand. I feel for you. I understand. Sometimes it can carry over.
Yeah, we usually we get home from games. We could just be getting home. It's 9:30, 10 at night, and she goes back into her bedroom and she's watching the game over. And so then it's fresh in her mind. And she's like, "Oh, look what you did here." I'm like,
So,
Mara, I'm really happy for you, Mara, that lacrosse has been a pathway
"Thank you."
for you academically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Athletically,
Yes.
mentally. And that's what makes a coach really proud, that, all that worry and all those lists and not being able to turn off the lacrosse brain when kids have success and they embrace it is probably the greatest gift you can give any coach.
Thank you.
are you a list person now, Mara? Or are you like, no way?
I think I'm a list person. I'm very just organized, and like I feel like if I don't do it in this order, then it's not. It doesn't.
Do you want to tell everybody again about your spaghetti dinner?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be sometime in April. I'm not sure the date yet, but I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
And it's going to be a spaghetti dinner, and I think there's going to be like desserts, and it's at St. John's Lutheran Church in Lewistown.
You hear that, people? Get out there.
Yep.
As soon as they announce when it is. Hey, have you ever thought of a GoFundMe page?
I don't think we have thought of that. I think there's like multiple options we've tried. I think we're possibly going to do a cornhole tournament at some point, so that'll also be bringing a lot of money. So
Awesome.
yes.
Hey, you got to promise that after you get back from having fun in Barcelona, you come back on and let us know how it was.
Yeah,
I will.
definitely.
I'll make sure I come back and tell you guys.
Hey, congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
It's
Definitely.
something that's you should be very proud of yourself for your work and going over. And you're young.
Mhm.
You're a young person going to Barcelona.
And I know
Awesome.
the community is just Oh, overwhelmed by your achievement, and they're behind you too as well. I'm sure,
Yeah.
because Mifflin County, that's one thing they do is they show their kids, their athletes, how proud they are, and I can probably say that um, all of them are proud of you. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
think about charging for autographs.
Well,
Hey, thank
Maybe
you.
a kiss. Maybe we might make more money with a kissing booth. I don't know.
Oh, you got those young teenager boys. You better believe it.
Bring your chapstick, Mara.
Yeah, they'd line up. But please come back.
I will.
Thank you, Theresa. Same to you. Please come back.
Yep. Thank you both for all of your
Thanks.
support for our
Yes, thank
program.
you.
Oh, glad
No,
to
it's
do it.
awesome. It's awesome. Somebody getting picked from our area to represent the U.S. in Spain. You should be very proud, Mara.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, both of you.
Good night.
Thank
Good
Good
you.
night. That's Mara Gallo, the attack for Mifflin County Girls Lacrosse, and head coach Theresa Lamont. Mara's going to be going over to Barcelona, as we said, if you've been paying attention in the show, and you better support her. Go to the spaghetti dinner. Go to the spaghetti dinner. Buy an autograph picture if she does it. You young guys go to the kissing booth and all that good stuff. All right. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Kenny, that was fun.
Oh, I loved it. Yes. And can you believe it's been 52 minutes? It just seemed to fly by.
Yeah,
My gosh.
you find that, you and I know this with all our years doing this,
Mhm.
with you see these great kids, these student athletes they're smart, and just good to talk to,
Mhm.
and it makes you feel good. And when you meet a kid like Mara, but I'll tell you what, buddy, I feel old now knowing who her mother is.
Oh, I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Wow.
You're covering her mother when she's like 17, 18. And now here you are interviewing her daughter, who's like, what, 17, 18. It's
Mhm.
like, oh my God,
Wow.
it goes too fast.
It does. It does. But yeah, it was a great, and that's a great achievement for
Oh yeah.
I mean, all the way around for the Husky program, the lacrosse for Mara. I mean, it's just it's just an awesome thing, and I hope that everyone could come out and help her out, raise the funds, um, and we'll be definitely letting people know when she gets the spaghetti dinner underway and scheduled and stuff. So
See, I'm not trying to bust on them now because it's been such a great interview. But I don't. Maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're waiting until the actual summer. But I don't know why the Sentinel didn't do a story on this.
mm,
They didn't, did they? I
not that
didn't
I'm
see it.
aware of. No.
I didn't see it. If anything deserves a story, it's that you're
Mhm.
picked to represent the United States.
Mhm.
So who knows? Now I'm interested. I might take my wheelchair out in the spring and go see her.
Oh, it's a
Cheer,
fun time too. It's a great sport. I love it.
cheer them. I like lacrosse too. I really do. So, do you got any shout outs?
Oh, do I have shout outs?
All right, wait. That's your music, buddy.
All right.
Shout outs by Kenny Varner.
Okay. We'll start out with a shout out to the St. Joseph girls basketball team. Um, with their win yesterday at Midwest 71-27, they set a
Good
record.
game.
Yeah. They actually won their 21st straight win of the season. So with that, they broke a 6-year school record, previously held by the 2017-18 boys and girls basketball teams. They both had 20. They're the only undefeated team in Class A in the state, and will face number 3 Williamsburg at home on Thursday. So,
Oh, that's
congratulations!
going to be a game.
Yes, that should
That's
be.
going to be a game because they've undefeated and Williamsburg only has 1 loss.
Mm.
Are you covering that?
Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Juniata. I didn't know about this until today.
No, it still should be a good game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually will have a photographer there, and he's gonna give me the rundown on it. So there will be something on the Hometown Sports website, though. We'll definitely
Cool.
have a result. So
Cool.
good luck, and I guess um, we'll see. Their biggest test of the season will be Thursday. So
Absolutely. I told you about Leanne Royer, I believe her name is. She's the point guard for Williamsburg. She is good.
Mm.
She drives it, man, up the court. She keeps the pace high.
Mm.
I watched her on the stream against Mifflin County. She's good.
Mm.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Next is congratulations to the Bald Eagle wrestling team.
Yes.
They punched their ticket to Hershey on Monday. The team finished second in District 6 and defeated Quaker Valley in the pigtail round, 55-9.
Yeah, they crushed them. I watched that too. Yeah, a lot of credit. They deserve it, but they got a tough opening rounder. Did you see?
No, who do they have?
Notre Dame Green Pond, who's ranked Notre Dame Green Pond's 3rd in the state.
Wow.
It's going to be tough, but
Yeah.
hey, they got a chance. They got a chance.
And I got a chance to watch Bishop McCourt, like you said.
Oh, my God, they're so good.
A machine.
Yep.
Before you knew it, they were up like on Huntington, they were up 34-0.
Yeah, I saw the brackets. They're going right to the finals.
Mm.
Nobody's going to stop them in the top half. And then they'll probably get Faith Christian for the championship. It'll be good. Go for it. Next.
Okay. Congratulations to the Mifflin County Girls basketball team yesterday as they defeated Central Mountain at home in front of the large crowd in front of the Dog Pound, 44-34. The team was led by Mackenzie Peachy with 15, so shout out to them, and congratulations on the win.
Good.
So another shout out. This is a huge shout out to the boys basketball team as they defeated Midwest yesterday in the first part of a doubleheader. After trailing in the 3rd quarter, the Huskies battled back and took the win and moved to close to 500 at 10-11. So congratulations to them, and they've actually gotten better as the season tailed on here. So looking forward to a postseason against the probably State College or Altoona. Right now, according to Max Preps, Mifflin County has a better record than State. So we'll have to see.
I know they've done a heck of a job. 10 wins from this boys team is really something, because we talked about how they've been the last couple of years. And, we've had Wade Curry on here. He's got to be feeling really good about his team and what they've done.
Right. Especially, whenever Jackson Strohecker went down, they haven't missed a beat. They've continued to battle and win, and they miss him, but they're still probably playing for him now as well.
Right now, Mifflin County, you had me curious. The District 6 rankings, it's done by a point system. They are the 2nd seed. So if Altoona decides to come in it, they would play Altoona for the right to meet State College if it
So
stays this way. And then if not, it'll just be straight Mifflin County against State College for the district's championship if Altoona doesn't go in.
so we could be looking at possibly another home game for the Huskies.
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome. On to the next is a shout out to the Mifflin County Junior High varsity girls basketball team. They defeated Middletown on Monday, 35-11, and Layla Fetzer and Lily Curry were the high scorers with 9 points each. Reagan Knepp added 8. The team is now 11-4 on the season, so great job, girls, and congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or going back to Center County on this one. Shout out to the Penns Valley girls basketball team. Moved to the 500 mark on Friday with a thrilling 65-62 win over Somerset in overtime. Ellie Romig's high score was 16. Scotty Dinges and Lily Smith next high scores with 15. So that puts their record at 10-9 and a league record of 7-7. So looks like a postseason berth for the Lady Rams. So congratulations to the Rams.
Congrats.
Yeah. Congratulations to Juniata. They got hot shooting from Reagan Lowry and a tough defense to take down its rival, East Juniata, 53-18 last Friday night. Congratulations. And they're looking to secure a trip to the postseason as well. Back to Center County we go with this shout out is the State College boys basketball team battling their way through the opponents this season, looking for a chance to clinch the number 1 seed, posting a 9-11 record on the year. So it's looking like MC and we talked about that about State College and Mifflin County. So congratulations to State. Another good year for the Little Lions. Back to Juniata County. Shout out to the boys basketball standout, Jasper Sheps, who continues to lead the Indians in scoring. Sheps has been averaging over 15 points a game. So congratulations. Keep up the great work. He's incredible. Football, basketball. Not sure if he plays baseball or not, but I'm sure if he does any sport, he's probably good at it as well.
Yeah.
So
those type are.
Yeah. And this is kind of borderline sport. Want to shout out to the Mifflin County Indoor Guard. Had its first indoor competition, and it was a successful one. Mifflin County junior high and senior high guards captured first and second place performances Saturday at Bellefonte.
I didn't know we had an indoor guard.
Yeah, it sometimes goes under the radar, but they do well every year. They're
That's
part
good.
of the a lot of the squads back from the marching band that had a great showing this season as well outside. So
glad you brought that up. Okay.
And last but not least is a shout out to the Penns Valley boys basketball team as they're hovering around the 500 mark as well. On February 2nd, the Rams took it to Somerset 68-32. Leading scorers were Fletcher Ironside and Jackson Romig, both with 15 points. So that ends my shout out.
Awesome. I'd have a schedule announcement for those of you who are listening in the Mifflin County area. The Husky hotline tomorrow night is at 6:00 instead of 7, because 7:00 is Penn State men's basketball on Big Louie. We will have the Mifflin County wrestlers. I don't know who's coming yet, but I know they're coming. So, but it'll be at 6:00 tomorrow night at Vincent's Pizza.
How about Deacon Schaefer over the weekend?
Deacon Schaefer beating Griffin Wallweiser was the biggest win he's ever had. Wallweiser, a 2-time state placer, and Deacon beat him. Deacon's wrestling really well this year. He's got a chance to get on that podium and get a medal, no doubt. No doubt.
And he's peaking at the right time, it seems.
Yep, and Mifflin County, pretty good year. They finished 13-4. Not bad. Not bad at all. And they got a lot of kids coming back. So, but we got to, excuse me, sorry. We got to focus on this year still left with the postseason district starting next week. You going to be there?
I'm going to try.
Am I going to see you?
You might, yeah. Might have to come up and they're both still in Altoona, right?
Yeah. AA and AAA they do together now. It'll be Friday and Saturday. AAA is only Saturday. AA is Friday and Saturday. But yeah, postseason starting. Also, wrestling fans, great weekend of wrestling. You got starting tomorrow the PIAA duels, great wrestling action, and then of course Friday, Penn State and Iowa wrestling.
Iowa's stinging a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, Michigan thumped them 24-11. I really want Iowa to drop the red shirt of Gabe Arnold. Arnold is a freshman. Really good, he is. And 174. And here's a true freshman, right? Last year he was in high school. And he's talking trash to Carter Starachi.
Oh, not good.
Why would a freshman talk trash to the best wrestler in college wrestling, not named Aaron Brooks? Starachi would wrap him into a pretzel if Arnold didn't stall. Everybody's talking about last week at Ohio State. Oh my God, he only beat Rocco Welsh 4-2. Rocco Welsh, and I love the kid. He's a Pennsylvania kid. Rocco Welsh stalled the whole damn match. He didn't shoot. He stayed near the edge. So the match was 4-2. But Starachi owned it. He would wrap this Arnold kid into a pretzel and go, there you go, boy. Now go get a lollipop.
Yeah, just what you want to do is give him some bulletin board material.
To piss him off. Yeah, a guy that's won 61 in a row. These young guys like Ferrari and them need to know their place. That's what I said when AJ was giving the double middle fingers to the Iowa crowd. He wrestles 197. Well, he's not wrestling now, but if he wrestled Aaron Brooks, Brooks would kill him. It would be a murder. They'd investigate. Homicide. So what do you got this weekend?
Well, tomorrow I got Juniata Meadowbrook Christian down in Juniata, the boys. Friday I have Central Mountain Girls again, and the weekend my oldest daughter is having a shower for she's going to have baby number 3.
Oh, so nice!
Big party for her, and I'm going to be pappy 3 times over.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sounds good. So is that Juniata Meadowbrook? Are you doing that for the Sentinel too?
Yeah. Yep.
I figured. Well, cool. I'll look forward to reading it.
Thank you. Chiefs, 49ers. Who do you got?
Chiefs. 27-23.
Oh, mine's kind of close. I had 35-30.
Because there is something that is true about certain athletes. Brady, Montana, Patrick Mahomes is something special. That's it. He's a winner. Yep. Winner. Like him or not, he's a winner. And experience matters. Brock Purdy, 0 Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes, this is his what, 4th?
4th one, yep.
Yeah, and he's won
2 and 1. Yeah.
It matters.
Mhm.
And I think the Chiefs are going to do it 27-23. And then I'll do a dance to all those 49er fans and who I can't stand, not the fans, the team. So, yeah,
Mhm.
you think you taking the Chiefs too?
Oh yeah, 35-30.
I told you I'm serious about that, Kenny. This is going to be the first Super Bowl since '94 that I'm not going to watch
Mm.
because I cannot stand San Francisco. I really cannot.
Not even going to watch the commercials.
I know. I never really gave a crap about the commercials. But the last Super Bowl I didn't watch was '94 Chargers 49ers
Mm.
because I knew the 49ers were going to kill them and I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, that was Steve Young, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And Stan Humphries for the Chargers. How the hell did he take
Mm.
them to the Super Bowl?
Mm.
You remember that? They started like 0-3
Mm-hmm.
or 0-4. Chargers are still the only team to start, I think, 0-3 or 0-4 and make a Super Bowl.
Mm. Well, their defense was led by Junior Seau. So
Yeah, that helps.
That helps.
That helps. But when it came time for the biggie, Stan Humphries
Mm.
and the Chargers defense, even Seau couldn't stop Young to Rice.
Mm.
But hey, enjoy the Super Bowl, though, people. I will not be watching it. I am going to watch Iowa Penn State Friday.
Mm.
Everybody thinks it's going to be close for some reason. I don't.
Mm.
Nobody's been close to Penn State this year.
No.
All right, my friend. Anything else?
Just like I say every week, come out and see your favorite local athlete. I know they appreciate you coming out. The weather's supposed to be half decent again, so traveling should not be a problem. So go out, and if you can't go out, watch the stream or a broadcast. And oh, by the way, Brian, excellent job this weekend on our first.
Oh, yeah. I have forgot.
Broadcast.
Look at that. Thank you, everybody who listened. We did our first live stream event. I covered AA, Doles, District 6, and AAA, and we're getting a really positive response. My voice held up a little. I thank everybody for listening. I had a lot of fun, and we're going to do more of this, aren't we, buddy?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And another thing we'll say real quick is if you have a story or somebody you think that would be great to interview, shoot us a message on the press box or
Oh, yeah.
through Brian's wrestling or my hometown sports.
You can
Glad to
find
hear
us.
you.
You can find us. We're everywhere. I'm on X at, I don't even remember my X thing, at Carson9921.
Mhm.
And our Facebook page
Mhm.
for the press box and my wrestling page, Mifflin County Wrestling / Brian Carson. Kenny's got hometown sports scene,
Mhm.
all kinds of goodies. You can find us. Yeah, we'd love it. If you have somebody you think you'd like to see interviewed or a story done on, let us know.
Yeah, we love having stories like we had tonight.
Yeah, that was fun. Mara, I hope she lets us know what her fundraising so we can help promote that. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. For our guest, Theresa Lamont, Mifflin County Girls Lacrosse coach, and junior attack, Mara Gallo. I'd like to thank them. And for my partner, Kenny Varner, I'm Brian Carson. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great rest of your week and an even better weekend. Take care.
Night, everybody.